You are listening to the Slowly Dying Podcast with Becca.
Check yourself. Check. Week after I cried at the bowling alley.
And Bronte.
Oh my God, what have I done?
What do you mean? I haven't heard from you in months. We talk about everything and anything.
I could tell she was frustrated just by how she was throwing I'm the only one who does it the best.
And turn in every Monday for a brand new episode.
I did not know though. What? Like you were freaking out. Let's get it popping. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey everyone, it's Bronte here, and actually it's going to be a solo Bronte episode. Becca, as we speak, is currently at work, so I'm going to take over the mic for this episode this week. Life just got too busy for both of us, but it's okay, we're going to keep grinding. And I was having a hard time trying to figure out what I wanted to talk about, and I feel like I haven't ranted in a minute, so this is exciting, but I think I really want to touch on making decisions for you. And I know that's so broad, but I heard this quote the other day, and it was, "You're always one decision away from a totally different life." And that really hit me because how true is that? It can go as far as you choosing the wrong coffee shop and you meet the love of your life, or you apply to multiple different jobs and the one that reaches back to you first can change your whole life. And I think that really hit me because you are in the driver's seat of your own life. And I feel like for me personally, I forget this all the time. I feel like I always have something to prove to people. I always feel like, you always feel like you're under a microscope at a certain job, or everyone has certain opinions about you. And I keep forgetting that I am in control of me, and that is so powerful. I actually experienced this a couple weeks ago. I work at the hospital that I work at, and I am in the ICU, and it has been a wonderful experience, but for a little while, something's been eating away at me that I wanted something different, that I needed to slow down, that I needed to focus more on me and to focus on something less intensive. And I love the ICU, don't get me wrong. I see myself there. I see myself making a difference. I feel like I'm built for it. But I needed something that fitted my life right now. And for the longest time, I felt like that I was going to disappoint people when I step away. But it hit me so hard that I shouldn't care what anyone else thinks. Not that many people do think a certain way, but I always had that notion that people thought like I was going to give up, or I was giving in, or disappointing them because I spent so much time with them, when really it's my life. So when I walked into my manager's office and I sat down and I explained my whole story, how I wanted to experience another floor, they were so happy for me. And it was not the reaction that I thought I was going to get. I thought it was going to be anger and disappointment and upset, when really that's, they're happy for me. And I had like all these stories I was playing in my head, when really, what does it matter? It's my life. And now the relief of knowing that and just taking that step for me, and taking that step to change something in my life that could ultimately have a big impact on my life. I don't know. But I think one of the biggest things that I've realized as getting older is you're in your driver's seat. You have to make yourself proud. You want to get up every morning and be proud of what you're doing. And if you're not there yet, if you're not proud of what you're doing, change something. If you're unhappy with your life, if not one thing is getting you up out of bed and exciting you, that's a problem. And we all deserve to have something to look forward to, you know what I mean? And I think what I've been experiencing these last couple months, and I don't know if anyone else can relate, is extreme burnout. And it's really hitting me hard because I am losing all common interests of what makes me happy. Working out, going to the gym, strength training, traveling, hanging out with friends, doing my hobbies. I am not focused on what I should be focused on. And, I'm not finding any general joy because I'm so focused on work. When if my whole life is focused on work, I'm eventually going to fall. Don't get me wrong. I love work. I love working. I love making a difference. And I love helping out. I find a lot of joy just helping people and, in my workplace. But at the same time, I'm coming home and I'm just completely exhausted. It's almost like I was going to work with a mask on, if that makes sense. I was going to work masking how I truly feel. And overall, I know inside I'm making a difference that makes me happy, but I'm not coming to work happy because I'm coming home to something that I'm not happy with. I'm in this constant cycle of I'm kind of depressed, and it's only up to me to make a difference. And I'm just implementing things that I want to see change. I am thinking about getting a trainer back. I'm thinking about, what the best methods would be to lose a little bit more weight and strength training. I want to make more time for my friends. I want to book more trips. I want to do stuff for me again because it's so easy to get wrapped up in work. And it's always so big when you do something for yourself sometimes. It just feels unreal. And that sounds so crazy to say, That sounds so stupid for me to say, but for me, the type of person that I am, I always put people before me. But the last couple months, I've kind of been selfish in that I have had little bouts of depression, and where I think I'm being selfish, I'm not putting myself in the forefront of my mind. At those points, I wasn't acknowledging like, hey, Bronte, this is wrong. This is not right. You're not supposed to be feeling like this every day. I wasn't like, stuck in bed and wrapped around in blankets with the light shut off and I couldn't go to work. I was going to work, but it's almost like I was just kind of floating, if that makes sense. I was going to work, doing my thing, leaving, coming home, and I couldn't do the basic things that I love. I almost was just so wiped out. But going back to, making decisions that could change your life, this can apply to everything. Everything. And that's making me realize so much. Tell that person that you've always wanted to, that you love them. Let your family know about something that you've never told them before that you've always wanted to. Outreach to a friend that you've lost contact with. Tell that job you want to raise or you're leaving. Apply to other jobs. Book that trip that you've always wanted to do. Life is way too short to be wondering what if. And that's really been hitting me hard. And not only is life too short, but going back to that quote, your decisions that you make can change your life. And if you're wondering, if you're hoping for something bigger, if you're hoping not even something bigger, something different, do it for you. Always be respectful, always be kind. Those are my mottos. But if you don't put you first, how can you be a better you? And this just seems so common, but I'm just like, Bronte, why the heck, why? Why was I not thinking this? But when I heard that, I really had to let it sink in. And it's so true. And, from now on, I'm just kind of putting my best interest forward and really just trying to embrace that I have to put me first in order to function in life. And when my body and my mind are screaming like they have been the last couple months, keep in mind though, I've had a very stressful last couple months. It's been crazy, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that I don't deserve some changes. And if I'm hoping that I want some change in my life, knowing that a decision that I make can change my life forever. And not to be dramatic, but that is so true. And that's kind of like something that I'm trying to keep as my life motto now. And just keeping in the back of my mind that this can be some true motivation for me. And hopefully anyone else who's listening to this, if you feel stuck, if you feel like you need some change, if you keep asking yourself, what if you keep thinking about that idea that's on your mind that you've always wanted to pursue, do it. Do it. It's there. The want is there. It's just doing it is the problem sometimes. I know for me, it's taking that leap sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's your life and you have to do what you have to do to get there. And you are, the canvas is there to be painted and you have control of the brush. So do it for you. Let's do it together. And that's been on my mind for a little while. So I thought that was a perfect topic to talk about. Very, very brief. I hope this gives you some Monday motivation. Go out there and do it for you. Don't wait. Just go and do it. Change something in your life. Anything, even something so small, like your coffee order or something that you always order at a restaurant or, a different date site or whatever, instead of going to the movies, go to on a hike or something. You may discover that you love mountain climbing or something. Now I'm just getting stupid, but you could discover something about yourself that you've never knew. And that's so exciting. So live the life that you want to live. And I hope this gave you some nice Monday motivation. I know I'm going to be listening to it when Monday comes around tomorrow. So again, guys, thank you so, so much for the support. Becca and I really appreciate it. And let us wish Becca a good shift tonight at work. It's been a rough couple shifts for her. So I hope she's able to listen to this on her way back from work tomorrow. And I hope you guys keep listening to us. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.